All right, so, Coach, as this week starts to wind down, what have you accomplished on the court that you like and off the court?
I think the combination of first how we came into training camp in really good shape, so I didn't have to spend a lot of time with a lot of running to get guys in shape. That was a huge plus for us. And then we got here and we started bonding. Issues that we had, knowing that we'll face some of those, we were able to get those things under control out here. Having a chance to do some other exercises outside of basketball also helped in team bonding and building. So now we have to move to the next phase now. We finished training camp on a very positive note, and then now getting back home because we had a controlled environment. Control what time we practiced, control what times we ate, what we were eating, and coming back and having a chance to work and shoot at night. We got to take that same philosophy back home with us now as we start incorporating ourselves back into the daily life with family, friends, and all that. But if I can keep them and get them thinking that we got to stay in the training camp mode all season long to try and reach the goal that we want. We've learned a lot about ourselves up here. I learned a lot about our team and saw the growth in our team for this week that we've been here.
Coach, I was on the first day, now it's the last day of camp. Which players have impressed you the most?
Well, I think all of them have had their flashes. Some of our veteran guys have had flashes. Some of our new guys have had some good flashes. So I think it's been a combination. When training camp, you don't look at it who stands out the most, because we may have a session where there's a drill session and the guy looks great in that, playing 5-on-5, and the guy didn't look good in there. So I think we look at the whole body of work of what the guy is doing and how he's playing. And then from there, we start playing some preseason games, and we use the whole month really to evaluate what happens. But I think the conditioning factor that all our guys are in, the attendance to everything we're trying to get them to accomplish is a plus for our whole team. Basketball-wise, that's going to come together as our preseason starts to unravel.
You talked about DeMarcus and how you felt that the goal for him should be to make the all-defensive team. How much closer do you feel he is after this?
Well, I won't know that until we start playing against the real men. Right now we're playing against the men who are pretending. Once you start playing against the resistance, that's where you want to see it. How much pressure they're going to put on him as a defensive player in the post, how much they're going to put on him as a defensive player in different roles. That's when you start to see. I just want to put that in his toolbox, that you should have a goal to at least be considered an honorable mention on defensive player. And that's not blocking shots. That's being where you need to be. That's being a difficult guy to score on. Pros are going to score. That's going to happen. But giving the ultimate effort from a defensive side and get your name, maybe 1 or 2 votes in that area. So he's done a great job with his defense out here. He's trying to close out, under control, not reaching. He still has his moments, but he's done a great job with trying to follow what it is that we want him to do, because he picks a lot of cheap fouls. And just giving him the base and what it is he needs to be a good defensive player first. The kid is unbelievably skilled as an offensive player. But I want to tie that knot to where he becomes a good offensive player and adequate to a good defensive player.
What do you think about the way Chuck's look? It seems like he's moving a lot better right now, getting off the floor a lot better. Just talk about how what he's done.
Well, I think Chuck's put the work in. He put the work in. Now he's getting in better shape. He had a dunk the other night, so he's moving up. And Chuck brings so much to the table with his know-how and understanding of how to do things and get players where they need to be offensively and defensively. And we really need that this year. I mean, he has to be in much better shape and in great shape as we move forward this year, because he's going to help our team tremendously. Every place I've gone, I got out here to the USA Training Center, and one of the directors came up to me, and Chuck played on the Pan American. We were talking about Pan American games, but I coached one of them and played in one, and Chuck played in one, and they just talked about how much of that guy is a winner. And that was way back in 1980 something, and to hear someone talking about the fact that Chuck is how much of a winner he is.
Coach, you talked about T-Rob.